Welcome back to Poetry and Police. First of all, big up, enough respect to my loyal subscribers. Big up to the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Whether you're out there on the patrol right now, you're working in the courts, you're working in the lockups, wherever you're working. Big up all the nurses and the teachers in Jamaica, even the Ancat man in downtown. Because everybody in Jamaica keeps the wheel turning. Everybody helps to make Jamaica a better society, even though some help Jamaica to be one of the worst societies in the world, or help Jamaica to be classified as one of the most violent countries in the world. Because some of us as Jamaicans don't think about the country or other peoples. All we think about is ourselves, and all we think about is people with money, and we gravel to people with money. Now today, people, what we need to talk about, or what we need to observe, and what we need to watch for today is D-Day in the Vybz Kartel trial. Vybz Kartel et al. Because there are other accusers. Vybz Kartel's trial today. Today, the Jamaican judicial system will determine the fate of Vybz Kartel. When I say determine the fate of Vybz Kartel, it's not only the fate of Vybz Kartel that will be determined today, but it's also the credibility and the fate of Jamaica's judicial system, and how hard Jamaica is in stamping down crime and violence, and stamping out the perpetrators of crime and violence in our country with regards to their station in life, with regards to whosoever they are. Because, like I always tell you people, justice should never be about, true justice should never be about your standing in life, or the amount of money you have, or the clout that you have, or the company that you keep. True justice should always be straightforward and should be about justice beyond a shadow of a doubt. And it doesn't matter who you are. If you have breached the laws in any country, then you should face the consequences. And it would appear as if people in Jamaica, you have a section of Jamaica that are so blinded by hypocrisy, people who are so blinded by money, people are so blinded by greed, and people are so blinded by cheap popularity, and people are so blinded by gangsterism and bandwagonism and all type of ism you can find in Jamaica that people are blinded by that. And even though we are faced with transparent evidence of Vybz Kartel's action in this case, in this murder trial, you have people who are still out there hoping. Well, you will have people, always have people hoping, but you have people out there notwithstanding the gravity of the evidence against this man, that they still want this man to set free, all because of his status in Jamaica as a dancehall artist. So that is the bandwagonism behind Vybz Kartel. Now, I know decent Jamaica. Yes, I said decent Jamaica. We have decent Jamaica, and we have Jamaica. Jamaica is split, You have two sides to Jamaica, or even more. You have decent, law-abiding Jamaica, People who believe in their civic duty, and people who believe in law and order, people who believe in the police, people who believe in the judicial system. And you have the other side of Jamaica now, who all they believe in those partying, clubbing, and people who have money, people who suck up to people who have money, and people who believe that people who have money and status in the country cannot commit offenses, and even if they commit offenses, then they should not be tried and found and find guilty. That is how some people in Jamaica behaves. So what the courts need to understand now, that you cannot please any side of Jamaica at this point in time. You cannot please decent law-abiding citizens in Jamaica. You cannot please the criminal part of Jamaica. You have to do your duties as neutral as possible. No, we all know that the evidence in this case is overwhelming. As a matter of fact, it was too much to be even considered. And what the court is, the decision that the court will make today, like I said before, will determine Jamaica's, will determine the status of Jamaica's judicial system, the strength of the Jamaican judicial system. I'm not saying that if he gets away, the judicial system is weak, or if he's sent back for a retrial, the system is weak. But what I'm saying that the system should make its decision based off the evidence that has been presented before the court. And we have beyond no shadow of a doubt that the evidence presented before the court can lead to no other decision but a conviction, as it did before. But still, even though people have seen the wealth of evidence against Vybz Kartel, even that video that came out that was alleging his act in the brutal murder of Lizard, still you have people who are saying free Royal Boss the same way. People still are saying free Royal Boss. Why? Free Royal Boss, not because he's innocent, but free Royal Boss because he's the world boss. He's the Don. He's a Tapanaris. He's one of Jamaica's most elite dancehall artists, and he should be free. He should be on the street. So what they are saying, that even if this man is guilty of murder, he should be on the street. I beg to differ, and I know that law-abiding Jamaica begs to differ. My viewers and my subscribers, let me tell you something. Until Jamaica judicial system and until Jamaicans as a whole move away from this ideology that people in high places or people who have links to people in high places can get a free pass no matter the offense that they committed, then Jamaica will be in trouble. That the simple man on the street will always be disadvantaged. You hear what I said, people? The simple man on the street will be disadvantaged, especially by the police. Because we have seen from time and time again that when the police goes into certain area, there's no warrants, and some police treat people as if they are not a part of society, and breach people's constitutional rights because they are of certain standards. I believe that policing should be neutral. And we don't care who you are, whether you're rich or you're poor, you should be dealt with the same way. Like I said, justice, is free, but it costs. It costs a whole lot on the poorer people in Jamaica. You hear me, people? We said justice is free. There should be no price on justice, but yet justice is costing the simpler people in the society pain and suffering every day because they are not given the justice that is given to people who have money or people who are in high standards in our society. So therefore, the justice is dished out based off your station in society, and that's where I see it in Jamaica. So today in this Vybz Kartel case, where the judge will make a decision now, like I said before, it will decide the strength of the Jamaican judicial system. Are we afraid to go back for a retrial because we are saying that it will cost too much money? That it should not even be considered. And in all the news clippings and all the videos and all the talks about this Vybz Kartel situation and this Vybz Kartel case and this Vybz Kartel trial that has been plaguing Jamaica for the past few years, there's not much talk about the victim himself, or not even the victim, but the family of the victims. What about their rights? Everybody is on the street supporting free Royal Boss, but who do you see supporting the fact that the victim also needs justice? Justice isn't a two-way street, Justice is a one-way street. And there's only one kind of justice there should be in any country, and it's true and precise justice. Justice was granted before when Kartel was convicted, but now it has been taken away. Why? It has been taken away because he can afford to bring his matter all the way to the Privy Council. That is the only justice, because not everybody in Jamaica can do that. And I will accept the fact that people have gone to prison who are innocent, yes. And because they cannot afford to go to Privy Council, then they are thrown in prison and spend years in prison because they cannot afford to appeal. But is this the case in the Vybz Kartel matter? Because he has money, he can pay to go to all the lengths to free himself. But does that say he's innocent? That's a question, people. Does that say he's innocent? You have some people in Jamaica who does not even think about the evidence that is set before them. They do not want to see the evidence. All they want is Vybz Kartel to be set free, including police officers too. May I tell you the truth? Because there are some police officers who do not believe in, although they are police officers, they do not believe in law and order. I mean, people, as a police officer, as an ex-detective of police, you might say, me I let down the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Some idiot will say that, or some bad mind people say, oh Blake, you let down the Jamaica Constabulary Force, so you talk certain things. But you have police officers who do not believe in true justice. And you have police officers who do not believe in law and order. I tell you that even though they are police. Because some of them just drive the work for just come to work every day and go back and them collect them pay. Just go back to them yard every day and collect them pay. Them see no evil, do no evil. You have police officers like that who come to work and them not come for do no work. Them not come for do no work. They not come for arrest anybody. Them not come for suppress any laws, any of the laws in Jamaica. They don't care about laws or law and order, and they don't care about justice. And you have some police officers, all they care about is making money. Same way that they will see Vybz Kartel as innocent, because what? Them can't do this and do that to make a little money on the side. Do you understand me? And that is how the Jamaica is. Because on both sides of the fence, politicians, police officers, you have a lot of these people rooting for Vybz Kartel's freedom. And as a police officer, how could I root for Vybz Kartel freedom? I'm not being biased. How could I root for the freedom of a murderer? A man accused of such a gruesome murder. How could I root for him as a police officer? How could I root for a man knowing evidence, have experienced evidence, and experienced court and evidence, and have seen it, and I know evidence, and see the evidence presented in this case, and even think about this man to be set free? I could never do that. What kind of person could I be? What kind of police officer or ex-police officer could I be? An ex-detective could I be? Knowing evidence and have experienced court and experienced evidence and seeing all the evidence in this case, and yet thinking that this man should be set free or this man is going to be set free. No, I will never think that this man will be set free anytime soon. And some people are bandwagonists. Some people like to switch. You have bloggers who talk about, oh, Vybz Kartel is going to prison, and all of a sudden, because when they see what is being circulated in social media, all of a sudden they're going to talk about, oh, Vybz Kartel is going to be set free. You will never hear those words out of my mouth that Vybz Kartel will ever be set free. Me, as a detective, knowing evidence and have experienced evidence and experienced court, I could never say that, because the evidence, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is concrete. And I believe that he will be sent for a retrial and be convicted this time, moreover. And I still believe that even up until this point, that his best solution for him is to plead guilty for time served and spend a little more time in prison and come out. I believe that is the only solution. But today I am watching now. I'm watching this judge in this case. Because now that all the evidence would have been perused, all the files would have been perused, and all the evidence would have been considered, and now the judge is at a point where they're going to make a decision based off of the evidence that was presented. Because as far as I'm concerned, no new evidence was presented in this case from the original conviction. The only thing that the defense was talking about is breach of constitutional rights. Which is that the only game you are going to play? And I have said it to you Jamaican people before, that even if Vybz Kartel is set free, it will not determine the fact that he is innocent. Because if you say he will be set free because of breaches of his constitutional rights. That does not say he's innocent. It still does not say he's innocent. All it is saying is because of the technicalities surrounding the case, the breach of his constitution, how certain things was done, then he will have to be set free. That is freedom of a technicality, not freedom because you are innocent. So in my eyes, even if Vybz Kartel is free today, in my eyes, based off my experience and based off my analogy and based off my observation and my knowledge of all the evidence that has been presented in this court and the arguments that have been presented before this court, I can conclude beyond a shadow of a doubt that this man is guilty of the murder. And if he sent for a retrial, then I will celebrate the fact that true evidence prevails. If he is released, then I will not celebrate based on the fact that the technicalities that he's released upon is not, trust me, it was not even relevant to the case at this point in time about talking about constitution breach. That is the only argument the defense has. Breach of constitution, and that Vybz, and everybody's talking about Vybz Kartel is sick and Vybz Kartel is that and Vybz Kartel is this, and the judge might be considered the decision based on the fact that he is sick. Why are we even putting those arguments into being? Sickness or illness has nothing to do with the fact that a man is charged for murder. If you're charged for murder when you have HIV, and when you are dead tomorrow, you still go to prison. Die in prison. Serve the rest of your sentence in your grave, not on the street. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. And Jamaica has mixed feelings right now and mixed opinions about the whole case. And people are watching, and people will be let down no matter how you take it, no matter what decision will take place today, that people are going to cry out, because on the right hand side where you find Jamaica good law abiding citizens, if he said free, we will be sad. On the side of the criminal elements of Jamaica who celebrates and lionize Vybz Kartel for murdering somebody, if he sent for a retrial, they will not celebrate. So you know what, Jamaica will be split in two no matter how you take it today. But as for me, I am always on the side of justice. And I see no justice in him not getting a retrial. The only justice I see based off the evidence, remember I know, is not based off of my personal opinion. It's not based off my feelings. Because when it comes to evidence, you cannot use feelings to determine evidence, or even feelings to determine true or real justice. Justice is based off of a real and true evidence that is behind a shadow of a doubt, conclusive. And that is the only way that a decision should be made in this case. You can't make this case, Your Honor, based off the fact that the videos has been circulating on social media and people have been sending a whole lot of stories on social media, and because bloggers are talking this and bloggers are talking that. No, Your Honor. It should never be like that, because social media has nothing to do with a case that is before the tribunal. It is only the tribunal has the decision to make based off what is on paper before them, the argument that is presented before them, not what is presented on social media. So when some of the co-accused of Vybz Kartel's families are talking about the evidence that is on social media will affect the jury, no. What happens in court happens in court. What happens at social media happens in social media. You have to remember that most social media platforms are nothing but shenanigans, nothing but mix up story, mix up and blend and hearsay. And the court does not use hearsay or mix up. The court use evidence, concrete evidence behind a shadow of a doubt. So when people are going to say social media will affect this case, no, social media will never affect this case, because we all know and we are all aware that social media is nothing but lies and mix up and blender. So we cannot determine that the case that Vybz Kartel will not get a fair trial as a result of the social media exposure of this case. No. Any court tried in court is in court, is based off evidence presented in court and nowhere else, not on social media, not on the street, but what is presented before the court. And when evidence is presented before the court, it has to, and if it is proven to be true or facts beyond a shadow of a doubt, then it will either cause a conviction or a release. And I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt right now that the evidence presented by the prosecution to this judge is enough for a retrial. The evidence presented by the defense is just not enough. It's just basically a rebuttal. There is no concrete evidence from the defense team to say, "Oh, set this man free." What, you're going to use the breach of? You're going to use that breach of constitutional breach to make a 363rd in a murder conviction? No court, no sensible court will make such a decision off those allegations, off those arguments. And I believe that based off my experience with evidence, I believe that the defense presented a more concrete case than what the prosecution presented a more concrete case and evidence beyond a shadow of a doubt than what the defense team was countering with. And that is my views on the thing. That is my opinion. So today is that day. We call it the day where the judge will determine whether Adidja Palmer and his cronies, and you can't even just say Vybz Kartel, Adidja Palmer, Vybz Kartel alone, and his whole followers, his whole entity will know the fate, their fate. Because what you need to understand in Jamaica, it is not just Vybz Kartel who is on trial, And I'm not talking about his co-accusers. I'm talking about the whole Jamaican judicial system is on trial. The Jamaica Police Department is on trial. That is what people are missing, The credibility of the Jamaican society is on trial. The credibility of our politicians are on trial. The credibility of the Prime Minister, the Office of the Prime Minister, and Ministry of National Security is on trial. The whole Jamaica is on trial. I have done a video before and I have said to you that this case will break or make the Jamaican judicial system. And you will soon find out, if you have not yet before, you will soon find out what I really mean by that. That this case will either break or destroy the Jamaicans, destroy or make the Jamaican judicial system. This case is one of the cases that will represent the face of real and true justice in Jamaica. This is one of the cases that will make the Jamaican judicial system recognizable as a true judicial system for true justice in any country in the world. Because listen, me tell you, this will be extended not just in Jamaica but internationally. This is the time that Jamaica is going to prove what we are about. This is the time that the Prime Minister is going to prove what he's about, what his courts is about, what his courts are about. This is the time that you determine whether you move the Chief Justice or not, or you move up the whole judicial system, take certain people out of offices. This is the time where you determine if police needs more training or not because of these cases or because of how the evidence was presented. So this case is not going to just affect the judicial, it's going to affect the whole Jamaica. It is going to affect the face of Jamaica, how people see Jamaica internationally. Are we going to see Jamaica as a country where a man can get away with a gruesome murder because he is the world boss, or because he's lionized by half of Jamaica, because he's a popular dancehall artist? Or will Jamaica be viewed as, it doesn't matter who you are, justice will prevail? And that is a Jamaica that I believe in. It does not matter who you are, justice will prevail. From time immemorial in Jamaica, We have seen cases as a police officer, have experienced cases where true justice was not served because a person was of certain status. I have seen it. I have seen police officers arrest people and the cases go nowhere because what? Because of the person who was arrested. I have seen cases where a person was arrested and the police officer came under extra due stress because the police officer arrested that person who was arrested was friends to people in high power. And I have seen the case where the person was arrested for a firearm. People, let me tell you this, and I will do it in another story, but I'm just giving you a glimpse of it now. The person was arrested for a firearm and brought to the station and placed into custody. And certain people came with a certain lawyer. And the case was, the officers were put under so much pressure as if he did something wrong. He recovered a firearm and it was like he did something wrong. And the accused was put in jail. And because of the links with people in high power, the accused was released from jail on bail. Let me ask you the question, people. Every police officer listen to this, not even civilians in Jamaica. If you are charged for illegal possession of firearm, can you get station bail? I am asking you the question. Can you get station bail? I will answer the question for you. No. But I left that answer to you. Can you get station bail? And this case in particular, the person was arrested for a firearm, illegal possession of firearm, and was granted bail behind the officer's back. And when the officer went to court, the officer went to court, the accused came to court from their yard, was on bail. And the matter of fact, the first date of court, the matter was thrown out. What tells you people? That because the accusers had linked to people in high power, that they derailed the whole conviction, derailed the whole case, and the officer was so upset. But you know what? Him can't even talk. I am telling you that, people. So this is the type of things that will happen. I have seen happening in Jamaica for years. And what is this going to change? It is time for this to change. It is time for this thing to change. Mr. Prime Minister, I've seen in recent times what you have, in recent cases, especially in the shooting with those cockroaches down in the grill, that you have came out and you have supported the police. And this is a time for you to always support the police in everything that they do, Mr. Prime Minister. It is time for you to, yes man, come out and support the police. Every little shooting, every little good work the police do, to support them. You have to be a leader for the entire Jamaica, whether PNP or JLP, because you are the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And that is where your job comes in. And that is your job to make Jamaica a better place. You have to get yourself involved more, Mr. Prime Minister. Even this Vybz Kartel case, I know you cannot touch it because you're not an attorney, or you are not a police officer, and you are only merely observing, but we are yet to hear your opinion about the whole situation. We have not heard your opinion about it. These are things that you need to get yourself involved with. So people in Jamaica, listen, like we said, this is D-Day. Let's see what the court will determine today to be prudent. Let us see and where Jamaica is going to go from this, where the judicial system will go from any decision that is made today. I would, like I said, if we are going to a retrial, the country will afford a retrial. If I have to throw in my dollar, I will throw in my dollar. And as my subscribers has already said, we are ready. The Jamaican people are ready to stand behind the judicial system for true justice, Not for bandwagonism, bad-minding. No, for true justice. Because justice should never be anything else but true. Justice should be free. It should not cost anybody. Justice should not be costing anybody, because justice should be free. Real justice should be free in any country, and Jamaica is no difference. Jamaica is plagued by crime and violence because of these things, because of these kind of injustices. And these type of injustices always lead to criminal activities, because the injustice that the ghetto youth them face, and that lead them to crime sometimes. We have to open our eyes as Jamaicans and as police officers and as leaders to lead the people down the right path. This decision today will make or break Jamaica.